Hi, I'm Terry Massey. I'm the founder of Genesis Health Services, and I'm here in beautiful San Juan del Sur, Nicaragua. Not a bad place to be. I'm going to give you a little history of how Genesis Health Services became. About 2 years ago, I met a gentleman named Dr. Julius Hellenthal, who has what's called the Hellenthal protocols. It involves live embryonic stem cell, antibiotic protocols, electronic biofeedback, and a special diet that is a lifetime diet. He has done things that I have to say that are miracles. I became involved with Dr. Hellenthal because I was told by a friend of mine some of the miracles that he was actually performing here in San Juan del Sur, Nicaragua. I was interested because I have always felt if there was a way that I could create an elective plastic surgery clinic at my golf course in Costa Rica, that I could also create a sister clinic here in San Juan del Sur using the live stem cell therapy, which, as most of you know, is not allowed in many areas of the world. So I made it a point to come up and see Dr. Julius. This is in February, actually last year. Since February 5th of last year, I have come to his clinic and just sat and watched patients come in his door. It is amazing what he is doing. I have had patients with degenerative disc disease that could only stand for 3 hours at a time and work. Now they stand for 8 hours at a time. They had no operation. They have no more pain. I have a gentleman that has peripheral neuropathy. That's where the nerves in your legs and your feet, they're gone. They ache all the time and they hurt. He does furniture walking. He has no more pain in his legs, and he's starting to lose the pain in his feet. I have another very close friend that had prostate cancer. His PSA levels, which is the levels that they test to see where your prostate is as far as cancerous or non-cancerous, the average is supposed to be between 3 and 4. Bernie had a PSA of 26. They were going to operate. Bernie refused the operation. They were going to give him chemo. Bernie refused the chemo. Bernie said, I'm going to go to San Juan del Sur. I'm going to go through the Hellenthal protocols and see what happens. He also started drinking something called noni juice. And you'll hear him say this in his own words. He started drinking noni juice. His PSA is now 3. He is absolutely cancer-free. It hasn't metastasized into his bones. He is absolutely cancer-free. He has been through the protocol one more time. He also continues to drink noni. As I met Dr. Hellenthal and I continued to have conversations and developed a friendship with him, I saw that there was such a great need for somebody like Dr. Hellenthal. There's so many people that have lost hope because of their debilitating diseases. There is no hope. I can tell you I have personally seen people walk in that office and walk out, and 90 days later, they are a totally different person. They now have hope. They have something that they can wake up the next morning and they can say, okay, I don't have an illness any longer. I don't have to walk with my furniture. I don't have to walk holding on to furniture. I can walk a normal walk. I can feel good. I have no more pain. I don't know how to explain to you what that feeling can be. I decided after meeting Dr. Julius and talking to Bernie that I would go through the protocols because I had decided that I was going to create a business that not only could it be a profitable business. So again, don't misunderstand. I am in this for profit, but I am also in this to help people. And what a great way to make profit by helping people that heretofore have been told it's impossible to help them. So I said, the first thing I think I need to do is I need to go through the protocols. So February 5th of last year, I went through the protocols. They are involved with, you take an injection twice a week in your stomach with live embryonic stem cells, and it's an autoimmune vaccine. You're on an antibiotic protocol. You do this for 90 days. You're on a special diet. That diet is lifetime. I have not been off that diet. I've lost about 30 pounds since I've been on that diet. The reason I went through it isn't because, again, I don't have a debilitating disease, but I think if you're going to sell a Ford, you probably ought to drive a Ford. So I wanted to go through it. So when a client says to me, this is what I'm feeling, what do you think? And this is what, if I can't answer it from a medical standpoint, I answer it from a personal standpoint and say, okay, I experienced the same thing. Not a big deal. If it is a medical situation, I call Dr. J. He answers me immediately and says, this is what's going on. This is what they should do. There hasn't been an occurrence of that. I have a young lady that you will hear from that, like I say, went through stage 4 cancer. It has metastasized into her bones. She now has no pain in her knees. You'll hear from her. Her name is Danya. He has treated over 5,000 patients. Some of them he's treated as charity. We have created a charity a review board, if you will, where we can help give financial assistance. The average price for this therapy in the world is $48,000. We're not even close to that. We don't think somebody's life, quality of life, should revolve around their monetary worth, and we're going to help wherever we can. But it is a business. So I wanted to explain a little bit on how I met Dr. Julius. My background is a little unique. I'm a retired homicide detective from a major police department. I started an international security business, and I lived and worked in Guatemala, Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia, Maspalomas, Las Palmas and the Grand Canaries, Bermuda, Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Phuket, Thailand. I've lived all over the world. And I can tell you, people say to me, well, wait a minute, what is your favorite place? And I always have the same answer. It has nothing to do with the place. It always has to do with the people. I will tell you that one of the most enjoyable countries that I have been to in my lifetime of travel is Nicaragua. It is a very safe country. In fact, it was voted the most safe country in all of Central and South America. They are wonderful, caring people. They open their arms to you. When they meet you, it's like you've known them all your life. It is a wonderful place to be. I tell people, when you walk into Dr. Julius's clinic, it's not walking into the Mayo Clinic, but I'll tell you what, the miracles that occur there are incredible. And I want you to see what happens. And if you have a need, I want you to be a part of it. We're going to talk to Bernie, we're going to talk to Danya, and we're going to talk to Dr. Julius. And Dr. Julius is unfiltered. He's going to tell you what he thinks, which is one of the reasons I really enjoy him. So come along with me on this little journey. And at the end of this journey, I think you're going to decide. If you know somebody that needs this, you're going to tell them about it. If you need it yourself, you're going to give me a call. I appreciate it. And we'll talk later when we go see Dr. Julius.